Hello friends, it's Nico here. I've been debating with myself if I should make this video for many reasons, but I decided why not? Let's get to it. I want to share my knowledge with all of you who might be aspiring to become a cosplayer. Today's video is going to be about how to make money as a cosplayer. Before I get to the video, I do want to talk a little bit about me. If you don't know me, my name is Nico. I go by Nick Cosplay on Instagram. If you don't follow me, go check my content out on Instagram and TikTok as well. I have been a cosplayer for over 7 years, and I just became a full-time cosplayer this year after losing my job. I took that leap. I took it as an opportunity to go for it. It is something that I've always dreamt of doing, and I decided what better opportunity to go for it than, you know, being laid off. Did I feel ready? I think so. I mean, I've been wanting it for so long. Was it scary? Yes, but I will never regret it. Whether you want to pursue cosplay as a full-time, part-time, hobby, side hustle, whatever your goals are with this video is to show you how you can make money out of it. As a cosplayer, to make money, you are also a content creator and an influencer. A lot of ways to create income are from different sources, and I'll go into those in more detail. One of them is selling merch or selling your talent. Next one would be working at conventions. There are different ways that you can work at conventions. Third one would be collaborations with companies. Fourth one would be membership websites. And the fifth would be the main one for most of us, which is just monetizing of our socials, whether it's TikTok or YouTube, getting multiple income off of your hobbies or of your talents, which is the first one I'm gonna go over. It would include, like, if you're good at wig styling, then you commission wigs. If you're good at sewing, then you commission cosplays. If you're good at prop creation, you commission props. If you're good with makeup, you commission makeup lessons. Like, there's so many ways that you can have these side income or even make it a main source of income, depending on what type of cosplayer you are. Now, if you're a cosplayer that is more into the entertainment value of it, then you most likely will use these methods as a side hustle, depending on what your concentrated niche is. If you're a cosplayer that focuses more on prop creation or armors, then your whole page is gonna be about that, and that's gonna be your main source of income. For example, I love making wigs. I enjoy the process, and I commission wigs as well. So that is something that is not my entire focus, but it's my little side hustle or little side business. Basically, it's like sharing your knowledge or sharing your talents and making profit off of it, of course. The way I do it is just directly through Instagram. Now, for convention gigs, there are different ways that you can make income through the conventions, and for a lot of cosplayers, this is one of their biggest sources of income. Not the main one, but the most money that they get is guesting at conventions. A lot of conventions will pay you to be a guest at their convention. Keep in mind, if you're still new at it or if you have a smaller following, you most likely won't get paid. A lot of times you don't get hotel or any travel expenses paid at all, especially if you're starting out or if you have a smaller following. As you grow, you'll get more of these opportunities, especially when you've generated enough experience with it, and eventually you'll get appearances fee. Know your worth. If you know you have the experience and the following and you deserve to be paid, you do make money from selling your merch at these conventions. So if they're not paying you an appearance fee or if they're not covering travel expenses, then just make sure you have merch set up to sell at the event of the table that they're hopefully providing you to make up for those expenses and hopefully make more as well. Another way that you can get paid would be to work at a booth for some company, either a gaming company or an app developer or a platform. These are a little bit harder to come across. You kind of get scouted. A lot of the times just people you know. With that in mind, networking is a big deal. An important thing about guesting at conventions is the opportunity to network and meet people in the same industry. So if you want to make money as a cosplayer, be ready to be friendly, talkative, and meet people and be genuine, of course. Make connections with people, get to know people. Don't do it out of just purely beneficial value. Just do it because you want to. You want to get to know people. You want to know more about the industry. And you want to have more opportunities in exchange. This is something that took me so long to learn because I am not a social butterfly. I do talk and enjoy conversation, but for me to initiate conversation was always an issue. I did have to learn a lot about conversation skills. Never be shy to reach out. If you feel like these opportunities are something that you really want to go for, never be too shy to reach out. The worst they can say is no or just not respond. Hopefully they do, but that's sometimes you reach out to conventions or sometimes you reach out to people for opportunities and sometimes you get a response, sometimes you don't. You just have to don't ever feel discouraged. It's not you. Remember, there's a lot of us and they have a lot of other things that they have to take care of. Don't take it personal and just keep trying, keep going for it. Now for collaborations, I feel like this would be a huge chunk of a cosplayer's income is to get collaborations with companies, whether it be contact lenses, cosplay companies, or wig stores, even fashion brands. A lot of times these companies don't pay and it's just like a exchange of product for promotion. If you're looking to make this a career, you can't do everything for free. You have to have your rates. If enough people are interested in knowing more in detail, I can make another video about it, but not this type of video. Just make sure that you're getting paid your worth. Have your rate sheet if you want to do that on Canva, or just have an idea of how much you want to charge for a video or a short or a reel or a post. At the beginning, if you're starting out, a lot of companies won't pay if you don't have a certain following. If you're okay with it, if you're okay with having the product and the product is interesting and useful to you, then go ahead and by all means do it. If you do want to generate that experience and that credibility and that portfolio of the work you've done for companies. So don't turn down everything when you're starting out. Just make sure that it's something that is of value to you and is within your style as well. Like, you don't want to promote random things because people would lose interest in it. You know, people follow you for who you are. So you don't want to take on jobs just because they pay. You want to be able to take on things that are like you and speak to you personally, as well as your followers. I wouldn't promote a cooler because I have no idea how to make that work. Do I want a cooler? Yes, that'd be nice. But I have no idea what kind of content I can create around it. And it will be random and I feel like my followers would be like, I don't know where this is going. A big one that I forgot to add, it goes in hand with collaborations, it's contract sponsorships. So depending on what kind of contract you have, where it's a monthly, temporary, yearly, it depends, but companies usually like gaming platforms or social media platforms will offer these types of contracts in exchange for promotions for that whole month or that whole duration period. These companies will pay you a set contract fee for that 1 month or 3 months or whatever the duration of the contract will be. So it just depends on what kind of opportunity you get. A membership website. Membership websites would include Patreon, OF, can I say that here? I don't know, Likey. There's different types of membership websites. Now this took the longest to set up. When I set up my Patreon, I probably took months to have everything to perfection and ready to go. For a lot of us, it did become a main source of income. It does take a lot of work to provide rewards and provide all this content to your members. So be sure that you are ready for that responsibility. You don't want to leave them stranded and not provide what you promised. So just keep that in mind, because you will lose pledges if you're not on top of it. And it's really hard to build it back up. Probably the biggest one for a lot of cosplayers would be monetizing off of their socials, like YouTube or TikTok. Instagram used to pay, now it doesn't. Now I think it pays if you're like doing a live with little donations or something. I have no idea, but they used to pay for reels. They stopped doing it, unfortunately. TikTok and YouTube are the biggest ones that pay their creators. For a lot of bigger cosplayers, that is their biggest source of income. When I say big, a following that is big can range anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000. I mean, obviously even more, but a big following on TikTok is usually 500,000. You're up there, you're pretty viral. And for Instagram, it can be, for Instagram, honestly, the following might not count as much. I could do a whole video about Instagram and cosplayers and how much it's changed, but it's not my niche, so I might not do that. Really don't focus too much on the following on Instagram. For TikTok though, you can be a pretty big cosplayer if you're over 300, but 500 is the mark where companies are usually looking to pay more for these TikTokers. Let's say you're starting out or you're still not there, don't give up. That is a big source of income or an opportunity. And don't think of it as just money at the moment. Think of it as future benefit. You're gonna get more recognition. That's how you get brand deals. That's how you get collaborations and opportunities at conventions. That's how you create credibility and create your portfolio. So put your main focus on TikTok and YouTube if that's something you do. Instagram is kind of like your portfolio too, or like your link profile. People go there to kind of skimp over who you are, but really they are gonna look at other things as well. The best advice I can give is to not give up. Keep going for it. Do try to post as much as you possibly can. Don't go posting for a whole week and then not post for 3 weeks and then complain about your algorithm not liking you. You have to work with the algorithm. It's not gonna work for you. If you really want something, try to reach out. It doesn't hurt. A lot of times it does not work. A lot of times they just find you and contact you. So that's why it is very important, especially if you're starting out or you're really wanting to make this a career, is to focus on your socials. In order for companies to reach out to you, you have to have that following and that reach that they're looking for. It's a little bit hard at the beginning, but don't give up. You will get there. Just continue growing. And if you're seeing that something doesn't work, change it up, you know, try different things, try everything, and stick to what works for you. So those are all the cosplayer means of income I can think of. I feel like I'm forgetting a few. If I am, please let me know down below in the comment if you have any suggestions or any other ways that I may not have mentioned. I am someone that is still growing and I'm still learning a lot of things. I might even make a part 2 to this when I get to where I want to be. Who knows? But I wish you all the very best of luck in your journey, and I know you can do it if you believe in yourself. And I thank you all very much for supporting me in this journey. I appreciate you all for watching today's video. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. Also, make sure you've liked, commented, subscribed, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you all for watching. Bye!